So real quick, guys, before we start this video, I went to upload this onto YouTube and I got a warning from YouTube that I have a copyright infringement. So I want to show you guys that because in order for me to explain to you what Dave Ramsey is saying that is wrong, I can no longer monetize the videos. So this is really shocking, guys. So I actually finished the edit. I went back and recorded this segment, pieced it back into the edit, and uploaded the video tonight just because of this. So again, I went to upload this video. Dave Ramsey is wrong about the housing market, and I got this warning and notification that it is copyright protected content. The owner allows the content to be used, but you cannot monetize this video. It is ineligible. So thank you, Dave Ramsey. I really appreciate that. So regardless, you guys, I hope you like this video. Cue intro now. Welcome back to Real Estate Mindset. Today's video is going to be absolutely bonkers. Now, the data is in, and Dave Ramsey has made a new housing market video asking and answering the question, was he right or wrong about the projections and predictions he made roughly 2 months ago, saying prices will never decline and now is the best time to buy? Now, first of all, I understand that Dave Ramsey has helped millions of people get out of debt, and he has become an amazing success as far as an investor and business owner. So I will happily acknowledge that. However, when it comes to analyzing data in the current trends of the housing market, his advice in forecasting is absolute trash. And quite frankly, whoever's providing him the data needs to be fired. Nevertheless, we're going to jump into the video that he just put out right now, and we're going to go over exactly what he's saying to people, and then we're going to reference real time data right now. And I'm just going to essentially show you guys that almost every single thing that he is saying, and this is according to the data, not my emotion, is wrong. Let's start right now. But before we do, remember, you guys, I'm not a financial advisor, even though my bio is as a realtor, loan officer, and instructor in real estate in Texas. So guys, please do me a favor, like this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and don't leave me hanging. Shoot me a comment below, but let's listen to his video now.
So George, a couple of months ago, we did a huge, millions and millions of people watched live stream for free called the Real Estate Reality Check. We addressed several things in that hour, and we don't have time to address them all right now. But a lot of people were predicting 2008 again, that real estate prices were going to absolutely tank. We said they are not going to tank because there is a pool of buyers that is much larger than the pool of sellers still, and the supply demand curve will maintain the prices, meaning when you have a whole bunch of people trying to buy a few things, it holds prices up.
Now, contrary to what he's saying, decreasing demand is actually drastically outpacing supply. And I'm going to show you guys that right now by accessing two charts from Redfin, just again to show you what he's saying is wrong. I don't know who's giving him this data. This is shocking to me. Take a look. Now, first of all, here's Redfin's homebuyer demand index. And as you guys can see here, we're down year over year 31%. And we are well under, as you can see in gray and in blue. Blue is 2021, gray is in 2020. We are well below demand from even 2020 levels. Now, take a look at this chart. The way that we know decreasing demand is outpacing supply is the months of supply available to the market. And as you can see right here, indicated by the red line, we're at 3.1 months of supply. It's especially important to look at this data set right now, you guys, because months of supply takes into account demand. So as you can see, we are at months of supply that we haven't seen since roughly July of 2020. Now, an important thing that I want to cover before we continue is the months of supply. Now, in order for the market to generally be considered a seller's market, we need less than 3 months of supply. So the fact that we have 3.1 months of supply is already demonstrating that the housing market supply is starting to balance out, but I'm saying it's going to balance out, and demand has been crippled so greatly as a result of interest rates that the supply and months of supply is going to skyrocket upward. But regardless, guys, this is just according to the data. As you can see, the data is essentially saying the opposite of what this man is saying. Let's continue.
It's that simple. When there's a scarcity, prices go up or at least are maintained at a minimum. And we said, of course, the exception to that is the areas where people are leaving en masse. And we showed a map of the number of people that have left New York and left California and have left some of the high crime cities and crazy politics of all kinds, defund the police or whatever else cities.
Okay, so just to clarify real quick, his narrative is this. We're seeing price declines because of crime, okay? Because people are leaving crime areas. So again, you guys, what this man is saying is we're seeing price declines because of crime. He's not talking about the massive migration because of jobs like tech jobs, and he's not speaking about the massive amount of investors' share that own single family residences. He's talking about crime, and what he's about to do next is completely butcher his own narrative. Okay, and I'm going to bring you guys up charts for metro areas, and it's going to contradict almost every single thing this man is about to say. I don't know who's providing him this data, you guys. Again, completely shocking. Let's listen.
So far, though, even those areas, California, New York, Seattle, Portland, have not seen decreases in real estate values. That was about 2 months ago, 3 months ago. Reports are coming out right now. We just got one dropped on the desk. Western U.S. continues to lead in home price declines. So now California is seeing the mass exodus of California starting to affect pricing there in some of the areas. San Francisco's taken some real hits.
3.4%.
Of the top
decrease.
100 cities, the city that has taken the largest drop in price declines so far is Seattle. High crime situation with the anarchists taking down the entire downtown area and have made it impossible to function economically in that beautiful downtown area of Seattle. It's a gorgeous city, or it was. And the lack of law and order always screws up economics. When you can't operate because people steal all your stuff or burn it, it's very difficult to run a business. It's kind of basic, common sense stuff. And so these areas are getting hammered. Their home appreciation values dropping like crazy. Meantime, Louisville, Birmingham, southern cities in Texas, southeast are going up in value. During the time some of you predicted that Dave Ramsey, this isn't going to age well, it's going to be 2008 again, the entire thing's going to crash. And I kept telling you, no, here's the numbers, it's not going to crash. And so we're...
All right, guys, so again, you see him playing that crime narrative. And not only that, he said Seattle has the biggest price decline right now in median sales price, okay? He's saying Seattle, and he's backing that up, essentially his point, saying, crime is the reason why prices are going down. But here's the thing, you guys, Seattle is not even close to being the #1 metro area with price decline. So I'm about to show you many metro areas that have even more price decline than Seattle. But let's start with Seattle, since that's his narrative that he wants to play, just to see how much Seattle is down right now. Okay, so here's our baseline, guys. Now, this is Seattle. This is median sales price. This is not asking price. Now, as you can see, Seattle is down from peak right here to right now is down 9.7%. So that is our baseline. He's saying that Seattle is the #1 metro area with price decline because it supports his narrative of crime. Okay, but take a look at this next metro. And ladies and gentlemen, we have our #1 metro area, which I now know how to pronounce properly, pronounced Huber, Utah. And in Huber, Utah, the average house prices used to be well over $1 million. I'm pretty sure there's not a lot of crime there, but regardless, you guys, Huber is down 21%, more than double Seattle. So what's he talking about? Let's look at the next city. Here's #2. Now, as you can see, this is a huge price crash from peak to right now. Austin, Texas is down from peak to now 17%. Again, almost double Seattle. And here's metro city #3, Oakland. Oakland is down from peak to trough 16%. But not only is Oakland down 16%, San Jose, California is also down 16%. Y'all see why I'm frustrated? I just don't get it. This man has so many resources. How is he getting it so wrong? How is he getting it so wrong? People are leaning on this man. This is crazy. Let's get back into the video.
We're here to tell you the numbers are coming out, and we told you so.
Yeah, this is real data. And we used data last time too. And we're just using the newest data that's showing that it's a different time and it's not all down. Some areas are going up, some areas are going down. And there are winners and losers, another article states. And yes, those that got houses when the interest rates were super low are cheering for themselves. But those that want to get into a house, it's not too late for you either because the competition has slowed down.
Well, here's what happened.
Prices
We had this huge increase in 20, record house price increase. In 21, 18% up, right? 29% up in 20. And then we said, 22 is going to be 7 or 8% up, which appears to be holding nationally.
So he's saying that house values are going to stay steady at 7 to 8% year over year price growth nationally. But not only that, he also said, I told you so to the viewers. He just said this guy's ego, you guys, this guy's ignorance is completely blinding him. He just said, instead of being humble, he said, I told you so. But the reality is he's shooting himself in the foot because I told you so, Mr. Ramsey. I'm just saying. But take a look at this data. Remember, he said 7 to 8%. Look at this. Now, I do want to point out that anyone can access this data, you guys. Anyone at all. And this is the most recent data that we have available right now. Now, you can see here that essentially, here's the start of the year. So home prices nationally, okay? And this is median sales price, not asking price, okay? So again, we're looking at year over year. We started the year out at about $350,000. Right now, we're sitting at $367,000, which represents roughly an increase of 4.8%, not 7 to 8%. So again, they could have accessed this data right now. But not only that, we're going into historical seasonal times of price decline plus quantitative tightening plus skyrocketing interest rates. How is he getting this so wrong? I don't get it. Let's get back into the video.
Gone way up. They're bumping up
Almost
close to 7% now on a 30-year fixed, up from the threes. And, 7% in the scope of a life as long as mine is very low. I remember lots of years selling real estate, 11, 12%, 10%, 9%. Lots of years I was on the radio, it was 10%. When I started this show, it was 10%. And so then it came down to 6, and we thought we were in nirvana. But then when it goes to 3 and it goes up to 7, see, 7's not good as compared to 3, but it's really good compared to 12. So it's an emotional thing. So here's what I'm telling you. The other article we got was from Bloomberg, talks about the people that have bought homes, their values are continuing to go up, especially if you bought like in Austin, Texas, Nashville, Tennessee. You bought in these areas, Dallas, Texas, you're buying in Phoenix, Arizona.
Unbelievable with this guy. Austin's the #2 metro area. Phoenix is almost in worse shape than Seattle. He just said Seattle's in the worst shape of all price declines because of crime. The cities he just mentioned are almost all in worse shape than Seattle. You guys, does he know what he's talking about? Regardless, look at the data now. Okay, so I just wanted to make sure I wasn't crazy. This is median sales price, despite them saying median asking price. Again, you guys, they don't know what they're talking about. How is this possible? Look, I've highlighted it. Not asking price, not listing price, median sales price in Austin. I've highlighted this from peak to now. From peak to now, this is current data is down 17%. Okay, median sales price down 17%. This is way worse than Seattle. Look at Phoenix. Again, just to make sure I'm not crazy, I've highlighted median sales price. This is Phoenix that we're looking at. From peak to trough down 7%. Again, 7%, almost worse than Seattle. I mean, you guys, I just don't get it. Anyone can access this information. Regardless, let's hop back into the video.
Gone crazy up. And so it's settling, but it's not diving, it's not crashing. And what's happening is these people that bought are going to become inordinately more wealthy over the next 3 years than people who rented, because rents are also going through the roof.
So home prices aren't crashing. They're not diving. Didn't I just show, rewind the video, watch those metro areas. They sure look like they're crashing to me. Not only that, we have over 6 metro areas that have already seen and been on the year-over-year price decline list. And I've been able to find 4 metro areas that have over 15% price decline from peak. So how are people going to be wealthy over the next 3 years, especially if we have a recession, when economists are finally warning us of a potential 15 to 20% housing price drop? And here's another thing, rent going through the roof, we're now starting to get more and more data, okay? Again, he can access this, that rent is no longer skyrocketing. Actually, rent is going down in many metro areas. Commercial residential real estate has higher vacancy rates, and the third quarter of apartments show a decline. Not only that, there's more and more inventory and more building going on for commercial multifamily. In other words, you guys, what's this guy talking about? Let me show you the end of his video now.
All that is to say is, if you haven't bought a house and you're thinking about buying a house and you're sitting on the sidelines waiting on interest rates to come down, they're not going to come down in any minute. And waiting on house prices to come down, they're not going to come down. They're going to go up. You need to go buy a freaking house right now. It's a great time to buy a house.
So you guys, if you can, before I really give you my ending thoughts on this video, comment below and let me know if you think his advice is good. However, in conclusion of watching this video, I'm absolutely ashamed with Ramsey, someone with such intelligence and far-reaching influence. He's getting things wrong, so horribly wrong. And his ego, his ignorance is so large that instead of acknowledging the data, instead of acknowledging his mistakes, he says, I told you so. And it has never been a better time to buy a house. To me, that's also very scary. But do me a favor, guys. Again, comment below right now. Let me know if you think I'm crazy. Let me know if you think I'm wrong. And let me know if you think he's right. And regardless, you guys, I really hope you guys got some value, perspective, and insight from today's video. And if you're out there investing in real estate, you know I wish you luck, and I hope you win.